Hi, welcome to Heart Alchemy Yoga. My name is JQ, and today we're going to do an intermediate advanced arm balances and inversion flow. So we're going to work up towards handstand and give you a lot of other fun opportunities to play on your hands. So since we're going to be doing so much work on our hands, with our shoulders, all of our arms, multiple limbs, we're going to start by warming up the wrist. So come to tabletop position. Stack your knees underneath your hips and just rock your weight forward and back. And you can start to connect your Ujjayi breath here. Inhaling, going forward. Exhaling, going back. Now let's take it in a circle. Go to the right. Forward, inhale. Left, back, exhale. Right. Forward, inhale, left, back, exhale. 2 more times this way. Now the other way. Left, forward, inhale, right, back, exhale. Now, as you're doing this, make sure your fingers are spread as wide as they can go. Now, it may be a little bit intense on the space between your knuckles, but just like every other part of the body, we need to stretch, strengthen, and open up the hands so that they can be as effective as possible in supporting us. Come back to neutral. Now, let's flip the hands over so your palms are face up. And then rotate your elbows so that they are perfectly parallel with one another, and just gently push the hips back and forward. And you want to be really light on the hands. So notice how most of my weight is staying back behind the knees. Not too much pressure on the wrists. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. Good. Now flip your hands around, palms face down, fingertips pointing back towards your knees. Again, spread those fingers as wide as you can get them, and just go back and forward. Now we're going to add in a little cat-cow here. So inhale, lower the belly, lift the head, sink your hips back, and exhale to cat pose. Pull the chin into your chest, round the back, shift the weight a little bit forward. Inhale, go back, find an arch. Exhale, come forward and around. Inhale, back. And exhale, round. 2 more times. And release. Walk your knees forward, sit back on your hips. Take your hands together and just roll your wrists out. Should feel nice and loose. Good. Now for our first high plank, let's set up our hands at the top of the mat. Again, fingers spread really wide, and then gently push down with just the tips of your fingers like you're palming a basketball. Step the right foot back, tuck the tailbone under, and then step the left foot back to meet it. Let's take the feet hip-width distance apart. Shoulders pressing back, belly pulling in. You don't want the hips so low that the low back is creasing. You don't want them so high that you're out of alignment. Find a nice, strong, straight line of energy from the heels all the way to the crown of the head. Deep breath in here. And exhale, down dog. Press your hips up and back. And now let's just shift the hips side to side, waking up the back of the body, maybe bending one knee then the other if that feels good. Now lift both heels way up off the floor, and because we're going to be working on our shoulders today, let's try to push the shoulders back towards the knees, maybe bending the knees if necessary to get a straight line or even a little bit past straight. Just a big stretch for the shoulders here. Squeeze your triceps so that the arms are straight. If your elbows have a tendency to pop forward and lock out, just turn the elbow pit slightly in and engage your biceps to keep the arms straight. Again, always understanding your body and how you may need to modify to make yourself the strongest, safest yogi you can be. One more inhale here. And then as you exhale, press the heels back, legs go straight. Inhale, roll your body forward, high plank. And exhale, let's take our first chaturanga all the way down to the stomach. Bring the big toes to touch. Inhale, baby cobra, roll the shoulders up and back. So anytime we do arm balances, it's important that the back body is just as strong as the front of the body. So not only are we using our core to lift, but we're also using all of the muscles along the spine. It's important to have both. So as you're sitting here, squeeze your elbows together. And then think about pressing the shoulders down away from the ears. Lengthen the back of the neck, pulling the chin back just slightly. And exhale, release your nose towards the floor. Inhale one more time, baby cobra. This time, fly your arms out to the side. Make a hitchhiker's thumb, turning the thumb up. And we're just going to lift the thumb up, pulsing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold it up. Bring it forward like a Y. And again, inhale. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold it. Fly your arms all the way back. Interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale to locust pose. Pick the feet up. Squeeze the ankle bones together. Think about your rib cage moving forward on the mat, but then the belly button pulling up off the floor to support the spine. And then exhale, release down. Put your hands under your shoulders. Tuck your toes under. Inhale, high plank. And exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Open your mouth. Breathe out. Inhale, come high on your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Look forward. Step up to the top of your mat to hang in ragdoll pose. Feet hip-width distance apart. Grab onto your elbows. Shake your head out. Nod your head. Maybe sway side to side. Shift the weight forward into the balls of your feet. Feel the stretch increase along your hamstrings. Maybe release the fingertips down if that feels nice and give yourself a little pull. You can line up the tips of your fingers with the tips of your toes and then use a little bit of pressure on the fingertips to pull the crown of the head down. Inhale, halfway lift. Touch your fingertips to your shins. Extend your heart forward. Pull the shoulders back. Make sure the spine is flat, not rounding. And exhale, release down to forward fold. Bend your knees. Bring your feet together. Roll your body up to standing. Head comes up very last. And exhale, hands to heart center. Today, the intention, let's set, is about expectation. About releasing expectation, opening our minds, our hearts, and our bodies to the possibilities that we may experience, but letting go of any idea of what we need to do, what we need to accomplish, what we need to be capable of. Just recognizing that being here, breathing, and giving it your best is all that counts. Inhale, mountain pose, arms up by your ears. And exhale, fold your body forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Bend your knees, put your hands on the floor. And we're going to do just a little bit of weight transfer towards the hands. So take the feet back a little bit. And then your knees can be bent if your hamstrings aren't quite flexible enough, but if they are flexible enough, straighten the legs out. I'm going to demonstrate with bent knees for those of us who can't do it with straight legs. As you inhale, look forward and press your shoulders back, finding that little bit of an up dog sensation in the upper back. And then as you exhale, lift your heels, pull the belly button in, and press down into the palm of the hand. right where each finger connects to the palm, gently gripping with the tips of the fingers. Inhale, come back. Exhale, rounding, lifting the heels. Try this 5 more times. And maybe if you feel strong enough, you can pick the toes up off the ground and put them back down. Try to squeeze your arms straight. I have a tendency to bow my elbows out, so that's kind of my constant struggle. But everyone has different things. If you have tight shoulders, you may be experiencing the same thing where your elbows want to come out to the side and bend. Really try to wrap the elbows forward and squeeze the triceps straight. Let's try that one more time. And if you've been floating your feet easily, maybe try tapping your toes to your wrist. All right, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale to mountain pose. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, mountain pose, take it up. This time add in a baby back bend. Just peel your heart open. Really nice after doing some presses. Inhale, come up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, chaturanga. Now maybe you try pulling your knees into your chest and jumping it back to chaturanga, making sure we land with bent arms. Or you can do, just like we were doing with that shifting the weight, you can just pick your feet up off the ground and then float them back. Inhale to up dog. And exhale back to down dog. So you can kind of jump your knees into your chest and jump back to the chaturanga, or you can float them back. Lengthen the tailbone up, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Let's try floating to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to mountain pose, take it up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, mountain pose. And exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, stretch. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. This time, let's add in a crow pose before we chaturanga. So plant the hands down, spread the fingers wide. Lift your knees up into your chest. Come to a squat. Let's take the knees just outside of the arms, just barely. Now lift the hips up and bend your elbows. Bring the triceps to meet the back of the shins to meet the triceps. Look forward, press your shoulders back. And then as you exhale, maybe lift one foot, maybe lift the other. And stay here for a few seconds. And then when you're ready, you can step or float it back, chaturanga. Flow through your up dog. We'll meet back in down dog. Deep breath in. Let it go. Step your left foot to the center of your mat, and as you inhale, peel the right leg up. Be mindful not to open the hip up out to the side. Keep it level, keep it square. Push up with the heel. Squeeze the quadricep. And then as you exhale, shift your shoulders over your hands. Draw the back knee to your nose. Inhale, send it up and back. Exhale, take the knee up and wide. Bring it to the right tricep, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, send it up and back. And exhale, bring it to the left tricep. Really try to touch it. Inhale, send it up and back. And exhale, step it through, low lunge. Keep your back knee lifted. Inhale to crescent. Press your hips forward, arms up by your ears. And exhale, hands down to the mat. Put your left hand down, roll to the outer edge of your left foot. Inhale, the right arm lifts. As you exhale, press the hips down, get a little stretch on the right butt cheek. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, back to neutral. Spin the back foot flat. Inhale, warrior two. And exhale, extended side angle. Let's take it forward to the elbow. Left arm reaches overhead. And now let's make it harder by floating that bottom arm up. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Inhale, high plank. And exhale, vinyasa. Inhale to up dog. And exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Step the right foot to the center. Flex the foot. Drive the heel up. Make sure your hips are level, not opening up to the side. Push your heel back. Pull the belly in. Inhale. And exhale, draw the left knee up to the nose. Inhale, up and back. And exhale, wide to the left tricep. Inhale, up and back. Exhale to the right tricep. Really squeeze at the bottom of the exhale. Make it touch. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, low lunge. Keep the back knee lifted. Inhale to crescent. And exhale, hands down to the mat. Put your right hand down. Roll to the outer edge of your right foot. Turn your left toes out. Inhale the arm up. And exhale the hips down. Nice stretch. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, square yourself off. Spin the back foot flat. Inhale to warrior two. And exhale to extended side angle. Again, starting on the elbow. Getting nice alignment. And when you're ready, extend the left arm for the front of the room for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, vinyasa. All right, let's just take a second to recheck in with our down dog. I don't know about you guys, but I am building up some heat. So I'm going to lose a layer. All right. Much better. So I'm going to lose my glasses now too, because we're going to do more arm balancing. All right. So we're going to flow through that, but we're going to add in some more arm balances. So start back in down dog. Step your feet together. As you inhale, come high on your toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, float it up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, bring your big toes to touch, heels slightly separated. Inhale to chair pose. So the easier version of this would be just a little higher, maybe the arms a little wider to make space for the shoulders to drop down. If you'd like to make it more challenging, get a little lower, squeeze the arms together. Roll your shoulders back and away from the ears. Now pull your ribs in so that the back isn't creasing. Tuck your tailbone under just slightly. Shift your shins back so you can see all 10 toes, and then maybe get a little lower. Inhale here. And exhale, prayer twist to the right. Hook the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Again, making sure the big toes are still touching. Stack elbow to wrist to elbow. Roll the right shoulder back and down. Pull the belly button off the thighs. Inhale, spread the shoulders. And exhale, twist a little deeper. Make sure the left knee doesn't come out in front of the right. Inhale to chair. And exhale, twist to the left. Hook the right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Straight line from elbow to wrist to elbow. Inhale, shoulders open. And exhale, twist a little deeper. Try to bring the thumbs to touch the sternum. Inhale to chair. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step your feet back, plant your hands, come up high on the toes. Inhale to Bakasana, crow pose. And exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg lifts. Exhale, draw the right knee to the right to the right nose, because you have two. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. This time, bend your arms like chaturanga and rest the right leg on the back of the right elbow. Inhale up and back. Same thing this time to the left side, resting the outer edge of the knee on the back of the left elbow. Inhale up and back. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Keep the back knee lifted. Inhale to crescent. And exhale, airplane your arms back. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, left hand down, spin the back foot flat. Step your right foot back to meet the left, side plank. Inhale. And exhale, step the right hand down, right foot through. Spin the back foot flat. Inhale to warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Pass the right arm across your belly. Reach the left arm forward. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, hands down to the mat. This time, float the right foot off the ground. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Place the right foot down. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale. Let it go. Inhale. Let it go. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, left tricep. Bend the arms. Keep the chest moving forward. Inner thigh to the elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, cross the body. Left knee to the outer edge of the left knee to the right elbow. Bend your arms. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, airplane your arms. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, right hand comes down to the floor, left arm lifts. Roll the outer edge of the right foot, step the left foot back to meet its side plank. Pull your right hip back, stack the left hip on top, press the shoulders away from your ears. And as you exhale, left hand goes down, left foot steps through, back foot spins flat. Inhale, warrior two. And exhale, extended side angle, take it forward. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, vinyasa. Floating the left leg this time as we go down through our chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. And exhale, back to down dog. Deep breath in. Let it go. Inhale. And come down to the knees. All right, so just a little bit more spine warming up. Inhale, lower the belly, lift the head. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, lower. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, lower. And exhale, down dog. Step the feet together. Inhale, come high on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Let's see if we can hover the feet for a second before they land. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. Left elbow to the right knee. This time, I'm just going to spin myself around so you can see me a little bit better. Lower your hips down. Put your hands to the side of your body. Okay. So bend the elbows straight back, just like you would in chaturanga, not out to the sides. You can use the right hip on your right elbow and this is a little challenging for your core, but for some people that twisting is really hard, so maybe you leave the hip off the elbow, which is a little bit more challenging on the arms. As you inhale, lift up your hips, press the chest forward, bend the elbows a little bit. As you exhale, shift your weight forward onto the elbows, and maybe pick your feet up off the ground, side crow. And then inhale back to chair. Turn myself back around. And then as you exhale, prayer twist to the left. Hook the right elbow on the left knee. Lower your hips down. Put your hands to the side of you. And then as you inhale, lift your hips a little, look forward. Think about really pulling your chest through so you're twisting rather than coming at this from the side. Otherwise, your arms are going to look a little cattywampus like this. So really square up your shoulders in line with your hands. Inhale. And exhale, bend the arms. Maybe pick the feet up. And inhale back to chair. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant the hands, come into a squat, separate the knees. And inhale to crow pose. Maybe try for crane, straightening the arms. And exhale, back to chaturanga. Bend the elbows down to 90 degrees to catch yourself. Flow through your vinyasa. And we'll meet back in down dog. Deep breath in. Open your mouth, breathe out. Good. Let's come down to the knees for one more second. And just sit up tall. So because we're doing so many arm balances, it is important to get a little bit of a break in the shoulders so that they feel nice and fresh and strong and ready to take on anything that you throw at them. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Exhale, roll them back and down. Inhale, up. Exhale, back and down. 2 more times. 1 more. And release. Take your hands forward. All right, so now we're going to try adding a little bit of flying into the flow. Tuck your toes under, hover the knees off the ground for just a few seconds, getting a nice strong core. Think about pulling your wrists back towards your toes, and a lot of engagement through the belly. And exhale, down dog. Good. Step the left foot to center. Inhale, the right leg lifts. As you exhale, bring the right knee wide to the right tricep. Bend the arm. And we fly this into Ekapada Vinyasa 2, or hurdler pose. So keep the shoulders lifted, look forward, and maybe you pick the back foot up. Now, maybe you take it and you kick the right leg straight. So try it again. I am using a little bit of pressure, squeezing the left elbow into the side of my body as I float up, just for a little extra support. As you get super strong, you may not need that. One more inhale here. And exhale, down dog. Good. Inhale, the right leg lifts. This time we cross the body, knee to left tricep. Same thing. Hook the elbow, bend the arms, and then maybe you pick the back foot up off the ground. Again, you have the option to straighten the leg or to keep it bent. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, airplane your arms. Good for the shoulders. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, left hand down, right arm up. Inhale, side plank, step it back. And then exhale, step the right foot behind you. Inhale to flip dog. Lift your hips up. Lift the right heel. Extend the left leg straight. And exhale, right knee to nose. Plant the foot between your hands. Spin the back foot flat. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, vinyasa. Right leg floats. And back to down dog. All right, you ready for the left side? Step the right foot to center. Inhale, the left leg lifts. And as you exhale, draw the left leg up. And inhale, maybe pick that back foot up off the ground. Try it one more time. Maybe kicking the left leg straight. Inhale, up and back. And exhale, come down to the knees. Inhale, lower the belly, lift the head. Exhale, round. Inhale. And exhale, down dog. Other side. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Exhale, draw it through to the right tricep. Inhale, maybe you pick it up. And exhale, down dog. Inhale. And exhale, settle into 2 feet, down dog. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, airplane the arms back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, right hand down. Left arm stays lifted. Inhale to side plank, step it back. Exhale, left foot steps behind you. Inhale to flip dog. Hold it for 3, 2, deep breath in. And exhale, knee comes through to the nose, plant the foot down. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, vinyasa. Hands down to the floor. Let's float the left leg through chaturanga. Release to upward facing dog. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Let it go. Good. Come down to your knees, grab a sip of water. You earned it. And that was just the warm-up. So swing your legs around in front of you. A little bit of core to get us nice and strong so that we can work on our handstands and fun stuff like that today. Oh. Hands behind the knees. Inhale. And exhale, Navasana. Rock it back. Bring your shins up. Inhale here. And exhale, fly the arms forward. Slow, steady breath. And lower down to low boat. Inhale, arms up over your head. Exhale, Navasana. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Just a few more. Last one. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Hands to heart center. Inhale. And we twist right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. One more, right, last side. Inhale, lift, and exhale, roll onto your back. Pull your knees into your chest, give them a little squeeze. Good. Now extend the left foot forward 2 inches off the floor. Take your left hand behind your head. Inhale your right arm up. And exhale, pull the left foot forward Touch your right fingertips to your toes. Option to bend the knee if you can't reach the toe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So think about keeping your left elbow open. One more. Hold it. Take your arm to the outside of your left leg and pulse to the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and hold. Inhale to center, both feet down, relax. And exhale, right foot forward. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, reaching for the toes. One more. Hold it. Left hand outside the leg. Inhale. Exhale, crunch. Hold. Inhale back to center. Release your knees down. Rock both knees over to the left side of the body. Hands back behind the head. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Stay here. Bring the knees together as much as you can. Try to squeeze them. And then little pulses. One more. Inhale to center. Reset your feet. And exhale, knees over to the right side of the body. Adjust your hips, squeeze your knees together. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Hold and release to center. All right. Set your feet straight up towards the ceiling. Last one. So I want you to think about throwing your legs down towards the floor and then catching them just 2 inches off the floor. Like you're a kid and you've just discovered that it's lava down by your feet. Inhale. Take your arms out to the side for stability. Well, my left hand's at a loss. That's all right. Inhale here. Exhale, throw your legs down. Catch them. Inhale. Good. To the best of your ability, try to keep your head on the floor and the small of your back down. Good. All right, at an angle to the left. One more. To the right. Last one. Good. Pull the knees into your chest. Rock and roll it forward. All right, so you are super strong right now. What better time to work on inversions? So one of the main things that holds us back from doing handstands is actually the lack of shoulder flexibility. So just for a second, take your arms out in front of you. Turn your palms up. Now turn your palms down. And now up and down. Notice what's happening in the shoulder. Take your left hand to your right arm. Rotate it up. Now hold your bicep, just as it is. Just rotate the hand back over. Good. So you feel how you can keep your shoulder open, even with the hand neutral. Now, holding your arm, guide that hand up. Good. So it may stop somewhere out in front of you. You may be able to get all the way up, just depending on your flexibility. But that is called external rotation. It's when the inner shoulder rolls away from the center of the body. Let's try it on the left side. Flip the palm up, grab on, feel that open shoulder. Flip the palm down. Feel the shoulders staying open. Good. Now guide it up. Nice. All right, now let's put both arms out. Roll your shoulders in, then roll your shoulders out. You can do it. Good. Doesn't even have to be the hand. So palms face down, shoulders out, and then flex your hands and push your hands up. All right, so this is hard. The ribs want to come forward. Excuse me. The ribs want to come forward. The elbows want to bend out. Squeeze everything in, work the hands back, and then pull the ribs back. Good. Guess what? This is a handstand, just not upside down. So we're going to take that and implement it on our mat for inversion work. Before doing handstands, I always recommend doing forearm stand because it helps strengthen and stretch out your shoulders. So come onto all fours, put your palms face down, bring your elbows so that they're the same distance as your wrists. If you have a strap, it's a good practice to put a strap just below the elbows, like just barely below the elbows to hold the elbows in so that they don't splay out. And when they splay out, that's what kind of rotation? Think about your shoulders. That's your internal rotation. By keeping the elbows in, the shoulders stay open for external rotation. Tuck the toes under, dolphin pose. So it's just like down dog, but we're on the elbows. Now I like to rock back and forward a little bit when I first start into this pose, just so I'm not really shocking the shoulder joint. And then you can really start to press the armpits back towards the ankles. Now maybe you bend your knees if this is hard on the hamstrings. Maybe you keep them straight. Good. Come down to your knees, shake your arms out. Good. All right, so for forearm stand, it's important to know about how to jump up. I see often in my classes, I'll see students whipping their leg up towards the ceiling, which does a few things that are a little dangerous, not only for you, but for anything surrounding you. So if you're practicing at home, you don't want to land on your dog or your cat or your fishbowl. So you take your left leg up to start, flex the foot, and then instead of swinging this leg, because when you swing that leg, sometimes the hips open to the side. And when they open to the side, that rotates your hips this way. So when you kick up, you're not straight. It's much harder to balance. So instead of swinging the leg up, I prefer to teach my students to jump off of the bottom leg. So keep your inner thighs squeezing. Look at your left toes. Make sure your toes are angled towards the ground. Bend your right knee and just push. Just little baby pushes. And if you happen to catch a little hang time, stay there for a second. Bend your knees and then see if you can push up into your shoulders to get a little higher. Now I say bend your knees because that gives you a lot more stability to kind of go forward and back. If you bring your legs together, it becomes a lot harder to balance. So think about the tightrope walkers that would, have their arms out, or they'd hold the big pole. It just kind of helps you balance. But when you do that, make sure you're squeezing your inner thighs so your hips stay square. Let's try with the other side. All right, right leg up. Flex the foot. Square off the hips. The toes are angled toward the ground. Look forward to your thumbs. Bend the left knee, little hops. Just little ones. And then maybe you catch some hang time. Bend the knees, find stability, and then push up into the shoulders. Good. So it's a kind of a hard exercise, and learning to push up into the shoulders is hard in and of itself. But once you get into handstand, it's important that you can sink down or press up because that gives you more stability. Let's stand up on our feet for 1 second. So coming back to the hands, which we've worked on a lot today, spread your feet apart, look at your toes, and just watch your toes as you lean forward. Watch what they do. And then watch what happens as you lean back. Forward. And back. Go to the side. Other side. Good. So just like your feet, your hands can balance, can hold you. So when you're up there on your hands, when we get into handstand, you need to understand that you have the ability in your fingertips to balance. So one more thing before we get up into our handstands, let's start in Malasana Yogi Squat. So heels together on the edges of your mat if you're not turned sideways, toes off the mat. Bring your hips down in the center, bring your hands to heart center. So in crow pose, I see people with their knees off the sides of their triceps a lot. And it's not necessarily a bad thing if you're trying to do flying frog, but if you're trying to do crow, then you're just not quite 100% at the pose. So let's do flying frog real quick so you can feel it, and also so you can work on finding some strength in your arms and in your fingertips. And then we'll try crow one more time so you can feel the difference. And then we're going to try some donkey kicks and maybe taking it up into handstand. Good. So put your hands down in front of you. Move your elbows to the inner thighs. So see how my elbows were out? Now my elbows are in. Shifting forward, lift the heels off the ground. Look forward beyond your fingertips. Bend your elbows. Move your heart forward. And then just walk your toes back. Good. Now from here, if you bend your arms, your feet come off the ground. If you straighten your arms, your feet come to the ground. I'll turn sideways so you can see that from another angle. Fingers are spread wide. Fingertips gripping the floor. Elbows in, lift the heels. Rock your weight forward, push the heart forward. And then bend your arms and your toes float off the ground. So you can see here, you can grip with your fingertips. If you push yourself forward, fingertips can stop you. And if you flatten out the hands and lift up the fingertips as you go back, you can bring yourself back to center. So just like your toes did when you were standing, try practicing strengthening your hands a little bit. How are the hands feeling? Now, if your wrists are hurting a little bit, perhaps you're dumping all the weight back on them and keeping little weight on the front of your hands. If you're standing like this, think about if you were standing on your feet with all the weight in your heels all day, your ankles would probably start to hurt, and so would the heel. So you need to use the whole hand. Again, try to find that nice flat palm and then grip with the fingertips. And eventually we get into what's called, or I like to call, spidey fingers, because the fingers bend up at the second knuckle. The first knuckle would be in the palm. Second knuckle goes up, and then the third knuckle and the tip of the finger are down. This gives you a lot of stability when you're up on your hands. All right, so we're going to do crow pose. Feeling the difference between crow and flying frog. Flying frog, the knees were wide. Crow, the knees are tucked into the armpits. And then the heels pull up towards the bum. Crane is when the arms go straight, really gripping with the tips of the fingers. Okay. So now we're going to try handstand. You are more than welcome to use a wall. I don't really have a stable one here that I can show you on. But you would want to measure out the distance from your body to the wall on your foot. That's where your hands would need to be on the ground. So you would turn around, put your hands where your heels were. Your feet would be touching the wall right now. You would lift your hips up like a down dog, and you would step your feet to hip height on the wall so that you would be in a pike with your feet on the wall. Okay? So you can work that. I do not recommend kicking towards the wall because it teaches you to kick past vertical, and then when you get the wall away and you're in the middle of the room, freak out because there's no wall in front of you. So I don't recommend doing that. Try walking your feet up and doing the L, or just join me on your mat. All right, so we'll start with, I call them L kicks. The feet are together at the back of your mat. As you inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward, and jump and press your legs straight, like an L. So you're going to try this a few times, and then maybe you'll catch some hang time at the top, and you can just try to hold it and see how much core strength you can build up. Give that maybe 2 or 3 more hops, and then come down to a squat. Roll your shoulders a few times. And exhale. All right, so the next way to get up is kind of how we got up for forearm stand. We start with our hands on the ground. Step your right foot close, kind of like you would for standing split. Okay, so hips are level. Hands go flat to the ground. You're also welcome to stand up on a block. So a block would be under your foot. And then lift your heel. Good. And just rock like this a few times, putting weight into the hands. Good. All right, and I'm going to move my foot back just a little bit. Feel free to join me. Now this time, we're going to bend the right knee. Notice how the left leg moves with the bend of the leg. The left leg isn't swinging on its own. So left leg is strong. We bend the right, and we give ourselves a little hop. And maybe we try it a couple times until we catch the split. And then you can just hang out and work on finding more of a stack, pulling your belly button in. And if you fall out of it, just go back up. Good. All right, come down to a squat. Shake your hands out. Roll out your wrists. And do the other side. Now, if you have a press handstand, you can work that here as well. Instead of jumping off your leg. My right side is more flexible, so I'll demonstrate there, but I promise to give it a go on my left as well. You can work on pressing by just lifting the heel, bearing the weight down into the hands, and peeling the foot up. Okay, so let's try left side. Take the right leg up. And again, just lifting the heel, pouring weight onto the hands, and coming back. A few more times. Good. Come down. Shake your arms out. Roll your wrists. Roll your head. All right, here we go. Left foot in, right leg up. Inhale. Exhale, bend and jump. Maybe a few times. Just a few little hops until you catch your hang time. And then either just focus on balancing or focus on lengthening up. And when you feel like you've had enough, just come down. Fold your hands in your lap, close your eyes. Very nice. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Look up, stretch up, exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, lift. And exhale, hands down to the mat. Tuck your toes under, down dog. Step your feet together. Inhale, come high on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, float to the top of your mat. Maybe you catch your handstand and float it down. Maybe you catch your L. Do whatever feels right. Inhale to mountain pose, arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Shift your weight into your left foot. Bend the right knee. Reach back, grab for the inside of the right foot. Inhale, the left arm reaches up. And exhale, dancer pose, kick back. Keep your heart lifted. And keep your foot hidden behind your shoulder. It's okay to wobble. It's okay if you fall out of it. Just pick yourself back up and rejoin. Keep your left arm lifting and keep kicking with your right hand. And lower the right foot down. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Shift your weight into your right foot. Bend the left knee. Grab for the inner foot, inner edge of the ankle. Inhale the right arm up. And exhale, kick back. Now perhaps yours may be somewhere around here, or maybe even here. Wherever you can go is fine. Just try to find a place where you can balance. And then you're always welcome to take it deeper. And gently release. Inhale both arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Pull the belly button in at the bottom of the exhale. Bend your knees, bring your feet together. Inhale to chair. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, pick the right foot up, cross it over the left knee. Flex the right foot. So just above your ankle is what's resting on the knee. Sit your hips back and hinge your chest forward. Touch your right elbow to your right knee if it's accessible. Use the leverage on your elbow to open up the hip. Now this is a really nice stretch. You can stay here and enjoy the stretch. Or if you would like to take it into another arm balance, hook the right toes on the left tricep. Come down into a squat. And really wiggle that foot up into the armpit, right knee up into the armpit. And then shift your weight forward and float the left foot up. Maybe take the left foot back behind you. And bring it back down. We'll all meet back in figure 4. Inhale, pick your chest up. And exhale, Garudasana Eagle pose. So the right leg slides over the left. The right foot hooks behind the left ankle. Inhale the arms out. Exhale, right arm under the left. You can always grab at the shoulders or go for the full wrap. The lower you go, and the more you squeeze into yourself, the more stimulation for your lymphatic system. Inhale, mountain pose, stretch it up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Good. It's probably intense on your left foot. So let's give it a break. Shift your weight into your right foot. Spread the toes wide. Bend your knees. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale the left foot up and over the right knee. You can adjust your foot. So just above the ankle bone is resting on the knee. Inhale here. And exhale, fold, touching left elbow to left knee. Very good. Enjoy the stretch on the hip. Be mindful that your right knee stays in line with the second and third toe of your right foot. Now, option to take it into the arm balance. Putting your hands down, wiggling the knee and the foot right up into the armpits. Maybe coming down to a squat for a moment. And then shifting the weight forward. And then maybe extending the right leg back. And bring it back to figure 4. Inhale, pick the chest up. And exhale, eagle pose. Left leg slides over the right. Inhale, arms out to the side. Exhale, left arm under the right. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower and squeeze. Inhale, mountain pose, stretch it up. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, vinyasa. So you can step, jump, float it back. You can take a handstand, or you can just do a regular chaturanga. Whatever your heart desires. Inhale here. And exhale, come down to the knees. Good. Slide the right knee to line up with the right wrist. Bring your right ankle in front of the left knee and move them together as a unit. Bringing the right ankle as close to the left wrist as it's comfortable. Slide your left leg back. Really work your heart up. And then exhale, release. We're just going to enjoy a stretch here for a moment. And slowly pick your head up. Bring your left knee up, back to tabletop. Take your right leg back, stretch out the calf, shake out the hip. And then bring your left foot in front of your right. Slide the left knee forward. Wiggle the left foot up towards the right wrist. And then slide the right knee back. Inhale, pick your chest up. And exhale, walk your arms forward. Now, if you have one hip on the ground, one hip off the ground, that means you're a little off center. So if you're way over on the right side, bring it back to the left. If you're way over on the left side, bring it back to center. So if you can get both hips on the ground, cool. But most of us cannot get both hips on the ground. So if one of them is touching, perhaps the other one is up in the air, just level yourself out. And slowly pick yourself back up. Bring your right knee back forward. And shake out your left leg. And stretch out the left calf. Good. Bring your legs around in front of you. Slowly lower onto your back. Plant your feet on the floor, touch your heels. And inhale to bridge pose. Lift your hips up, wiggle your shoulders underneath you, one at a time. And then press your hips up towards the ceiling. Feel your chest open towards your face. And if you can, walk your shoulders back. Maybe grab the ankles, if that feels nice for you. It's not necessary, only if it feels good. Imagine you have a block between your knees, though, so that your knees don't splay out to the side. Keep squeezing the knees together. Keep your toes rooted down. And then lower your hips down. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees apart. Supta Baddha Konasana. Take your left hand to your heart, right hand to your belly. Good. Just roll over onto your stomach. So you started off with locust pose. I'm going to come back to it, but first, let's do just one more forearm plank. We haven't done much of this yet today. Squeeze your hands together. Lift your hips up. plant your feet hip width distance apart. Pull your toes towards your elbows. Embrace the shaking feeling. See you getting stronger. And lower your hips down. Come to Sphinx pose. Palms on the ground. Shoulders back. Think about, instead of pressing yourself down and then peeling your head back, press down with the shoulders, pull the neck back, and then peel your heart forward. And release all the way down. Take your head to the side. Let your arms rest. Bend your knees. Reach back for your ankles. Blow all your air out. Inhale to bow pose. First, kick your feet back, and then kick your feet up. Squeeze your inner thighs. Squeeze the feet towards one another. And release. Take your head to the opposite side. Windshield wiper your feet side to side. Good. Roll back over onto your back. All right. So since we did a lot of inverting today, we're going to do some deep heart opening. We'll start with fish pose. Hands by your bum. Extend your legs straight. As you inhale, breathe up into your chest. Press down with the elbows. And then lower your head down to your mat. From here, you can keep the hands underneath. Or you can release the hands and extend them overhead. And then you also have the option to pick the feet up off the ground. Here for 3, 2, and 1. Release the heels down. Untuck your head. Plant the feet on the floor. Neutralize your back. Good. Back to bridge pose. But this time we're going to be taking it up into wheel. Press your feet down, lift your hips up. So we'll start here. Plant the hands on either side of your head. Now if you're a gymnast and you're super strong and you know what you're doing, feel free to take this all the way up into wheel. But if this is new to you, or if you sometimes feel nervous as you're pressing up, follow along with me. To make it easier, lift your heels, and you're going to press up just to the top of your head, moving your head towards the feet. So you slide your head back and put the head down on the ground. So now you can see your hands in front of your face. Heels are off the floor. Hips are pressing up, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale here. And then exhale, press all the way up. And then option to lower the heels down. Let's just breathe here for a few. And you have the option to walk your legs out and straighten them, getting a nice deep stretch along the upper back. And lower all the way down. Soles the feet together, knees spread wide. Stretch your arms out. Very good. All right, so one more heart opener. Rock and roll yourself up to your knees. I'm going to do camel pose. So with camel, I'll give you a few options. Just do whichever one feels best for you. Level 1, hands on the low back. The tailbone releases down, hips press forward, elbows pull back. Inhale, look up. Lift through the sternum. Maybe this is it. If this feels good, if you feel an opening through your chest, just stay here. If you want to take it further, tuck your toes under. Step one hand back at a time to your heels and press your hips forward. Be mindful not to bring your hips back. Kind of just defeats the whole purpose. I'd rather have you standing up on your knees. Press your hips forward, open through the chest, holding on to the heels, feeling your heart lifting up. If you want to take it further, Untuck the toes. Allow the head to drop back. Press the hips forward. If you'd like to take it further, walk your hands to the backs of your knees and bring the crown of your head down to the ground. From here, you can either stay there or you can grab for your feet. And slowly come back up from wherever you are. Sit your hips down and pull your belly in on an exhale. Good. Nice neutralization of the spine. And bring your legs back around in front of you. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale. Exhale a little further. Moving really slow because we just went in the opposite direction. We don't want to get that credit card bending back and forth kind of sensation in the spine. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale a little further. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. A few more. Maybe your hands are down by your sides now. Still find that oceanic wave of breath coming in and out. Inhale, moving the head forward in space. Toes curling back towards your head. And exhale, pulling a little deeper. Inhale, moving forward. Exhale, pulling. 2 more. One more. Give it all you've got. And then come back up. Shift your hips forward. Lay down on your back. Guide your hips up and over your head for plow pose. So hands come to the low back. Bring your toes over your head. Toes touch down. Not, they're allowed to hover off the ground. Wiggle your shoulders underneath you. And lift the tailbone up. Squeeze the legs straight. And now let's step it up into shoulder stand one more time. And then try to get your feet, all right, straight up above you. Shoulder stand has always been a hard one for me. And bend your knees. Bring them to the sides of your head. And using your hands as brakes, slowly lower yourself down onto your back. Soles of the feet together, knees spread wide, hands up over your head this time. Pull your right knee into your chest, take it to the side of your rib cage, give it a good squeeze towards your armpit. Inhale, and exhale, supine twist. Guide the right knee across to the left side of your body. Look to the right fingertips. Make sure your right shoulder stays down on the floor. Inhale, come back to center. Pull both knees into your chest. Give them just a little pump back and forth. And then extend the right leg straight. Pull the left knee to the side of the rib cage towards the left armpit. Give it a good squeeze. And exhale, supine twist. Guide the knee across your body. Stretch the left arm to the left side of your mat and look to the left fingertips. Both shoulders down on the floor. And inhale, come back to center. Let's come into happy baby. Knees spread wide, grab onto the soles of your feet. Maybe a gentle rock side to side. Draw your tailbone down towards the floor. Good, and release your feet. Pull your body into a little tiny ball. One final squeeze, inhale. And exhale, Shavasana, final resting pose. Spread your legs out at least as wide as your mat, if not a little wider. Lift your chest up and tuck your shoulder blades underneath you as you spread your hands away from the body. Relax your forehead, your jaw, your neck, your back, your hips, your legs, your feet, and every hair on your body. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Bring your awareness back into your body. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Slowly plant your feet on the ground one at a time. Roll over onto your side into fetal pose. And pose symbolic of rebirth, renewal. Without expectation, everything we accomplish is a gift, is a surprise, is something to take delight in. So today, no matter what you did, no matter what you accomplished, whatever you tried, or even whatever you didn't try in honor of your body and your mind and the space that you're in today, be grateful that you spent this time on your mat, breathing, flowing, and gaining a little bit more awareness of yourself, the way you work. When you're ready, gently press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Hands at heart center. Thank you all for taking the time to honor your mind, body, and spirit. Raise your hands to your third eye center, a place of intuition. The light in me sees, honors, and respects a light in you. That which resides in all of us, that connects us all as one. Bowing your head forward to seal in your practice. Namaste. Thank you so much for flowing with me. I hope you had some fun trying out a variety of arm balances. I'll be posting a few more videos breaking down them individually and doing flows building up to certain ones. So keep your eyes posted for those here on the Heart Alchemy Yoga channel. You can visit us at youtube.com/Heart Alchemy Yoga, or you can visit us at heartalchemyyoga.com. Again, my name's JQ. You can find me on all sorts of social media at Yoga with JQ. I hope to see you someday in the future in class, and if not, thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day.